Good morning. We're going to do some back today. So very important to keep our backs nice and strong and have a little bit of a back routine. So easiest one is hands and knees into cat-cow. So you're pressing down through all four and letting the back arch up. When you're prepared to breathe, you inhale, bring the head, chest forward, let the back follow. And on your exhalation, you're arching back up. So there are a couple of ways to approach this. The most common one is just to go up and down with the spine, but I'd like to have a lot more awareness between the head and the buttocks. So it cascades from head, middle back, lower back to buttocks, and then reverses. So give yourself the chance to think about each of those parts of your body as you go. Individualize. Beautiful. All right, one more time, all the way up. Exhale, empty the lungs. Come back to neutral. So weight on all 4 points. And we're going to extend the right leg out, making sure this left hip stays exactly where it is. Raise the leg. And if you want to make it a little more challenging, bring the diagonal opposite arm. So there's a lot of work here, strength and balance, and gently release, change it over, extend the leg, extend the arm, diagonal opposite, and feel what you're feeling. One more time on each side, lengthening. Beautiful. Always think about the inside of the thigh rotating to the outside. Extension. And you want to be able to put a cup of tea in a saucer on that buttock area. Good. And then from there, rest back in child's pose. Child's pose is extending down. If there's a big gap between your heels and the bottom, I would definitely suggest a bolster or a cushion to take up the gap. And nice long elongations through the spine, extending through the arms, allowing yourself just to relax down. So we're going to go through just a little flow up and down from there. So we're going to come forward to hands and knees. And we're going to go forward, and either you can do chaturanga on your hands and toes or knees. Brace and gently come down with the elbows coming into the side of the body. Give yourself a shrug through the shoulders and extend the spine up. So you're doing a baby cobra. Lovely. Gently release down, press under, press through, and either push back through the way you came or go back through hands and knees. Back into child's pose again. We'll add on. This time we're going to come up onto the knees and bring the arms up nice and high, all the way up, all the way out. Take yourself back into child's pose. Bring yourself forward again to the top of a press up on the knees or hands, and it'll bring those elbows in as you lower yourself to the floor. Roll the shoulders, extend through the feet, and do a little baby cobra. So you've still got the weight on your hands, tightening through the buttocks. Gently release, press the floor, and come back up. Pressing yourself back into the buttocks. Bring your arms all the way up and all the way down. Press forward. Pull yourself through. Last time, chaturanga, so you can be on your toes, elbows in, all the way down. Roll the shoulders. Up dog or baby cobra. Gently release. Push back. Push up through the arms. And take child's pose. This time, freeing the back up and release. Letting yourself body drop into it. And checking in with how you're feeling. So maybe from here you can come up and just do a little walk off to one side, get a bit of a stretch through one side of the body, back over to the other side. And then we're going to get Margaret to come up and she's going to go to the wall with us, and we're going to do cobra. So I'm just going to move you around so that we're going to use the wall here as much as possible. And she's going to use a chair. So I'm going to just come to the side so you can see what she's doing. She's going to use the wall and use a chair to lean on. Using the legs of the chair as and when you need to, or you could use the actual chair seat. Pressing the thighs forward, keeping your spine obviously lengthening, but really important not to let the head drop back. I think particularly as the neck becomes an issue later, if you let the head drop, it might feel nice for the chest, but you might be starting to get some bone on bone in the neck. Not a good place to go. Good. And then coming up gently, making sure you come up with two sides of the body and you can sit on down. And we're going to take ourselves into a back bend from here. So, Margaret, maybe you could just go through the chair without the bolster. Turn the chair round. Turn it right the way round. Yep. And then climb on through from the front. So sit on it like you're a cowgirl.
Yes.
Cowgirl sit. Yep. No.
Oh.
Yeah. So you're right. You go. Go. Yep. All the way through. Yep. There we go. And want the feet at the wall. So I'm going to actually build the floor up. So we're going to put bolster there. Nice. And from there, you can hold your hands. Actually, we need more buttocks through. So come back up and go, further back. Just watch yourself as you go back because we've kind of wedged ourselves in a corner here. Lovely. That's better. Right. And you can put your hands behind your head and hold and start the beginnings of a back bend. So really much easier with the feet up off the floor. Really much easier and safer on the back. Good. And I would also, if I was doing this on one-on-one, I'd make sure that Margaret had something under her head because she doesn't want to have her head dangling. So that's just the beginnings of one, but we're going to do a lot more restorative kind of poses as we go through using the block and bolsters. I think you could try that. And you need the blocks. So when you've got a bolster, one of these ready-made ones, I made them myself, must say. They're not difficult to do, or you could purchase them online. They are just such an amazing thing to have to give you a lot more capabilities. Yep, that's about enough. And then get yourself settled at the top end, your head end, before you put your feet up. Yeah, it's through more with the bottom.
Yes, that's great.
Perfect. Yeah, so you've got a bit of headrest now. But you could also put a little bench or something under her head so that there's not as much back bending going at the neck end. So it's one you've got to work with as and when you feel ready to do it. Main thing is with all back bends, they're very stimulating. You want to make sure you feel in the right place for them and that you're not in any discomfort. Otherwise, it's irrelevant doing them. You're just going to end up with more issues. So to come up, come back up, put your feet on the floor, and then sit straight. Sit nice and straight. Breathe there for a few breaths. And then do a gentle twist, keeping the feet and the knees from following. And do the other side. Lovely. Beautiful. And back to the middle. I'm just going to get Margaret to show you how to come out because most accidents happen when you come out of poses. You want to get rid of the bolster, lean the chair and push it away from you. So you've got control of the chair as you climb out. Excellent. I hope that you enjoyed that and you can work with us in some back bending routines from here on. Namaste.